Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Rengoku Listener by me. So let's get into it. Rengoku was a very cuddly partner, and that was something you've come to actually acknowledge and know after being with him for a couple of months. It was not really that subtle of him, and he was very affectionate. So, it was something that was the very basics of your relationship. And that was also why, right now, as you were deciding to sleep together for the first time, you were rather enthusiastic because you did want to try something and you wanted to do it for a while now. Because, well, Wingaku feels so warm and every time you hug him, and you just can't help it but want to hug him more, to the point of just sleeping on him. In all honesty, he's a better blanket than your blanket itself, so was it really unfair of you? Probably not. And that's why you decided to be rather honest about this, as you looked at him right now. Rengoku, I know I move a lot in my sleep, but could we please do this? Do what, exactly? Well, just get down on the bed. I'm sure you will like it. And so he did so, because he trusted you and he had no reason to doubt your ideas. Oh, trusting as he is, he had no idea what was about to happen to him tonight. Because then, you just threw your arms around him and slept on top of him. And it seemed very simple and very alright because he smiled, laughing softly and kissing your cheek, and it seemed like it would be smooth sailing. Or so you thought. Dumbly so. Because nothing would ever be smooth with you, being someone who moves a lot in her sleep. So, as he had just tried to sleep and closed his eyes, and hoped that this would be a peaceful night, as you had warned him that you do indeed move a lot and kick around, he never really thought it would be that bad, considering that he's a deep sleeper. But it was that bad. It was actually downright awful, and he did not expect it to be at all. And he was actually rather impressed by how much he moved, because just 1 hour in, he woke up to your foot on his face. He was a little bit surprised, blinking for a couple of moments before just spotting your head down between his feet. He had no idea how you flipped yourself upside down like this, but he felt obligated to at least flip you right back up. At least it seemed a little bit more moral, since he just could not leave you like this. And also, he didn't want your feet in front of his face. So, very gently and very softly, he had just moved you around, so you were laying your head on his chest, and he ran his fingers through your hair as he mumbled sleepily, and smiled to himself. How adorable you were. And poor Rengoku, because he didn't know what was coming for him at all. Because just as he was about to fall asleep again, you were moving around, and you punched him in the face, talking, and he looked at you, his eyes wide. Lion, are you okay? I'm a little bit sleepy, but I have no idea what's going on. You just kept on talking and talking, and Rengoku was so worried, but also he was too sleepy to do anything, and he didn't want to wake you up, since he didn't seem to be having a nightmare. So all he could do was just wrap his arms around you some more. And he slept, and thought that would be the end of it, or hoped at least. Except it was not. There was a lot more to come. And so it continued, with you kicking and moving around, even to the point of just pushing him out of the bed, and he had no idea how that happened, with you being asleep on top of him, initially. So, in the morning, one of you woke up, and they seemed to be very awake, and it definitely was not him, since he got the worst sleep to ever be. And you, on the other hand, you seemed rather happy. Oh, Rengoku, that was the best sleep I ever had. So, how was it? Did you enjoy the night? you said, smiling, and you laughed, nodding. Oh, I did. I enjoyed it very much, but, um, well, I guess I'm not ready for that switch yet. Like, maybe we could do it later? You know, once we're both more accustomed to being so close. And now it was weird, because he had never denied being close with you before. So you were worried something happened, or he didn't want to be with you, or you did something wrong, or. But then you looked at him, and at his eyes specifically, and you just sighed, looking down. I see, you didn't know how to sleep. I knew that would happen. I'm sorry, Rengoku, I really am. I didn't mean to kick you in my sleep, or call you names, or anything. I don't know what happened. Whenever I sleep, I just keep talking and moving around a lot. Well, I'm glad you're just not sleepwalking. You nod, sighing softly, and he just wraps his arms around you, kissing your cheek. And so, as he held you, the two of you enjoyed actually being together when you were awake this time, and Rengoku went for a nap. He was tired, really and truly tired, and he just needed to rest for a little bit. So, as he yawned and closed his eyes, you knew that he well and truly deserved this rest, since you barely let him get any sleep last night, and he seemed to be desperate for some, which you were not going to deny him at all. You just hoped that, in the future, he would not reject the idea of sleeping with you completely. You just wanted it to happen more, as he was just so nice to hug, so nice to be with, and so it was something that you had always wanted and hoped for. And of course, you wished that maybe you could actually solve this problem of your own. But it's not something you could do for now. And as to Ringaku, he's long gone into dreamland, and no thoughts could keep him awake at this time, not until he's gotten proper sleep. And that certainly will not be something that he's getting with you in the same bed, not for a long time. You hope that you can let him rest for now, just to make up for whatever happened last night. But in reality, he had no hard feelings about it, and he doesn't blame you for anything at all.